How you doing, family? Today is November 20th, and this is part 3 of Bantu Tesla's Tech and Wealth Building video series. I'm going to continue where I left off. Enjoy. Right here, this chart, and I had talked to you about this S-curve chart. What I wanted to talk with you about is this chart right here. This chart is the one that I wanted to really point out to you, where Tony Seba talked about this in his presentation, right? And here, what he's talking about here, what I wanted you to understand about the troglodytes, this is a chart that they're proposing, and they're saying that they want to be able to show you that this is what their prediction is. And if you notice here, all of their things go straight up, right? And they go to a point, and then they try to level off and go this way. And they want to try to tell you that this achievement of selling high numbers of global solar PV sales, they don't want to believe that it's going to be parabolic and go straight up. They want to say that it's going to level off and go this way, and it's not going to really hit until you get And every time they try to do that, you see these straight lines here, all these straight lines. This is where they thought it was going to go, but yet here it is over here. And the trajectory of it is this way. And they keep drawing straight lines that way. Folks, that's them trying to hold on to what they would like things to be, and it ain't going to happen. So this is a paradigm shift in this particular growth stock, Tesla. And with what it's doing with, in this case, is solar PV, which is what solar panels are measured in, how much they produce in terms of gigawatts per solar PV. All right, and they're getting more and more efficient, where they're producing more and more energy, and that's what this chart is showing you. But the point I wanted to make to you is how they're always trying to predict it's gonna. They thought the next one was going to be over here, and yet here it is right here. Okay, so now they got to move their chart over to here now, and then when the Tesla next stop for Tesla, the solar PV is going to be here, and so this line is wrong, which is what they're trying to tell you is going to be, and so they're going to draw another line, and instead from there they're going to go straight again, because they're never going to learn. They're troglodytes. So this is where, if you see what you're looking at here, is you're looking at the beginning of an S curve, where it's going to go up like this, and then it's going to level off somewhere over here. And that's what you see in here when you look at this particular point here. When you go back to this chart right here, this is let me bring this to the front. Okay, this chart right here, this is the one where I was telling you about the S curve, okay? And that's what you're looking at. And you may not think this is important, but I want you to get used to this S curve, which is talking about exponential growth. That's basically what it's showing you. So I want to go back over that before I went on to the next topic. And again, these are the 5 areas that Tony Seba, in his book, if you notice his book is right here, it's called Clean Disruption. If you get a chance, go read it. Okay, I read that 7 years ago, and oh, he's killing it in that book, family. So I want to bring that to your attention. Okay, we left off on this chart right here, where we talked about all of the 11 businesses, and actually it's more businesses than 11, because right here, where we see Dojo, AI, Tesla Web Services, and Tesla Robotics, these are 3 businesses and 3 products that they're producing. Some are in-house. Dojo is an in-house product that they're using, that they created in order to train the full self-driving feature, which is another product that's was created by Tesla. Okay, and Dojo is going to train that system, and by the end of this year, I think full self-driving, thank God, has been very quiet. They've had their first accident, but it's been quieting down quite a bit. And you're going to have, in order to create something new like that, you're going to have accidents. That's just almost unavoidable. You can't avoid that, okay? So I wanted to end off with that. Okay. And I wanted to go back to talking with you about the other points on this note, on the notes that I wanted to give you from last week that I forgot to give you. Okay. But I told you about Rivian. I told you about Lucid. I told you about Xpeng, or I'm telling you about Xpeng that's coming. You're going to see all these new electric cars coming into the market. And I want you to understand, don't let these CNBC and these other people confuse you. Tesla is not competing against other electric vehicles. And we need to be very clear. They're trying to run up front and define everything for you. And I'm telling you, Tesla is not competing with other electric car makers. Tesla is on their mission, and this is their mission. This is their mission, family. Tesla's general mission statement, and I want you to burn this onto your foreheads and keep it in the front of your head at all times. When you hear these people talking the madness and the craziness about Tesla and what they're not doing and all of this other stuff, and that they're competing, the competition is coming, that's scare tactics. Again, to rattle your brain and boggle your mind and bog you down in terror tactics, to be afraid. Don't buy an electric car, because don't buy a Tesla because the competition is going to come and take them, and then your car is going to be obsolete. Never going to happen. Just like all of these other religious lies and fairy tales that they pump at you, things are never going to happen, family. These things are never going to happen. So don't let them terrorize you with all of their nonsense on CNBC and Kramer and all these front runners. I call them front runners, people who run up front and try to define everything for you. They're lying, okay? And they're trying to confuse you. Get your money into Tesla. Get your money into FUV. Get your money into solid Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, Ethereum coin, Solana. These are the top 3 Ethereum coin. Get some of that Dogecoin. Get some of that Shiba Inu. Get some of that Cardano. These are good, solid cryptocurrencies that are on the cutting edge of everything that's happening. And that's more on the wealth building side. But I want to come back over here and let's look at tech. Let's look at Tesla. Let's look at their mission statement here, family. Look at what they're telling you here. Tesla's mission is to accelerate. What they left out is they are creating, and they should create and accelerate the world's transition to sustainable, renewable energy. They create renewable energy through their solar panels and their battery backup as a system. Both of them are together, okay? And they want to get you to transition into making money, making your own energy instead of depending on oil and Saudi Arabia and Russia and all these people to provide energy for you, and making you a perpetual slave to their decisions on whether they want to pump enough oil. You got to wait until they feel like doing it. This free energy that's coming from the sun is 24/7. Well, as long as the sun is up, okay, and the battery backups will give you 24/7 power, okay? That's why they go hand in hand, all right? And their mission is to switch you over and get you comfortable and used to the idea. This is a paradigm shift in how you get your energy and how you use your energy, okay? And AutoBidder is going to help you sell your energy to make money. So those are the 3 things, and those are the converging technologies that are coming together to help you with the first paradigm shift on how to help you to sustain and renew your energy sources, okay? So Tesla's the paradigm shift is moving you away from being forever dependent on the grid, Russia, and the oil's barren bloodsuckers over in Saudi Arabia. Tesla is helping you, Elon and the team is helping you to get up off that tit, and you're going to finally have some independence and some freedom to do whatever you want because you can make your own energy. Then he's going to bang you in the teeth with Starlink through the SpaceX program, where you're going to be able to get internet access anywhere in the world over and above your internet provider right now, folks. So he's going to be chipping into these Comcast and all these people at Xfinity and up in New York, Cablevision, and all these bloodsuckers that are milking you, making you pay $150, $300, or $130 some odd dollars a month for cable, and all you need is internet. And they got all these streaming services that are willing to give you a lot of this stuff for nearly free. Netflix, Amazon, between the two of them. Then you got the Hulus and the this do and all the other things. It's again, paradigm shift in the way you're getting your entertainment. Paradigm shift. Elon is at the forefront of that. Let's look at the rest of their mission. See, that's their mission statement. Let's look at how they're going to accomplish that mission. This is their accomplishment goals. Our goal is to accelerate the advent of a sustainable transportation by bringing compelling mass market electric cars to market as soon as possible. Now, this statement here is from back, God knows how long ago. Okay, this is an old statement. This is from like maybe 2016 or something like that. This is 2022, family. So this statement has been upgraded. All right, but I want you to keep that in mind. This is their steadfast focus on helping you transition, okay, to a more sustainable way of traveling, both in your car, without the gas, without the oil, without the fan belts, without the transmission, without the exhaust pipes, without all of these. So all of these extra things that's going to cost you money in the long run. Tesla is eliminating all of that, family. They are taking their levels of efficiency and they're applying it to every aspect, both in your lives and in the way that they're producing their vehicles. Tesla is one of the most efficiency thorough companies on the planet, bar none. Again, nobody else is doing what Tesla is doing. Here we go. Okay. All right. And Tesla stock just hit 1,200 for the first time in the last couple of weeks. It's since gone down because Elon had to sell some stocks, and the weaklings and the numbskulls and the people who don't really know what's going on, they're very emotional. So they start selling stocks. We are serious and experienced investors. We see that as a bargain basement opportunity for us to make a lot of money, family. Take advantage of these opportunities and make a lot of money. Okay, well, do we call this a sale? When it drops down $200 a share, $300 a share, it drops below $1,000 a share. When I say $200, I mean it dropped to $300 from where it was at $1,200. Now it's down to $1,000. If it drops into the $998, $960, if it goes to $800, I would go find some way to get some money together and load up on that stock, because pretty soon, family, in the next quarter, what Tesla is going to do, and I'm going to segue now into the rhythm of Tesla stock growth. Okay, I want to show you what happens with Tesla stock. Okay, what I want to show you here is that, notice here at December, if you look at the crosshairs here, you see where this is December 31st. So this is the end of the fourth quarter, right? So what happens is Tesla will report, like say right here, you'll hear rumors of what they've accomplished in the fourth quarter, like right over here around January 4th, right? But the impact of what they've done in the fourth quarter won't hit until you get to like here, the 8th. The impact will start to hit, okay? And the fourth quarter of last year was good, and it was groundbreaking, but Tesla really, didn't, it's the beginning of the growth cycle for Tesla. So you'll see here also in 2021, you still have a lot of impact from COVID this year. So this year is a little weird, but what I want to show you is, okay, we go January, February, March, all right? At the end of March, 3/1, that's the end of the quarter, right? So Tesla is going to start reporting, and right around the 8th is the beginning when they start reporting what they've accomplished. And you'll see it'll spike up. Tesla will spike up. By the third, you get to like the 15th, the 20th, it'll spike up like right here on the 17th, and then it'll start to go down again. So that's the impact of Tesla doing their reporting from the production reporting. Then you're going to get the reporting on their profits. That's the financial report that will come through. And then they'll also have a Tesla stockholders, shareholders report. So you get 3 reports on Tesla. And every time you get these reports, you're going to see these things, it'll pop up, it'll bump up here, go down, bump back up here, another report again, and then it'll start to go back down and level off again. But what you're doing is you're coming down from this high right here and this high right here, and then it starts to go down. Okay, and that'll be the end. That's all you're going to get for the rest of this. And then at the end of the month, at the end of the 3rd month, you're going to see this. But here's where the reporting comes in right here. Tesla starts to report again at the beginning, the first 2 weeks of the first month after quarter, the first quarter, which is going to hit after month 3, March 31st. So April and all through April, look at from the end of March to the 2nd week in April, look at the bump in the price going up. And this pattern of quarter, they'll do first quarter, 1 to 3 months. The first 3 months, you get the first quarter. Then in the 4th month, that's when you're going to see the bump up. And then it's a bump up to a high, and then it'll come back down and settle down again, like it's doing here. And we'll go to April, May, and June. So in the end of June, here we go, June, right? The end of June, which is June 31st, you're going to get this. And in between this, the stock is going to bobble down, bobble up, bobble down, bobble up. And it's really not going to go anywhere until the end of June. All right, when you get to the end of June, here's the end of June, and they start talking about right around here, the end of June, people will start rumors, and they'll say, and you're getting leaks that what Tesla has done, and you'll see the stock start to bubble up again. It'll bubble up again here, June, right? June 2021 wasn't all that great. The end of June was good, but it wasn't all that great. Now, so you'll see later on, by the end of June, right? You'll see this, and then it'll go down, and then now it starts to trickle in. You see it trickle up a little bit, but it still didn't do much. The stock stayed around $600, $800, $700. It bobbled up and down, right? Didn't do much of anything. Now, here comes, this is what I want you to understand, family. January to June are cute, but the big moving quarters are always going to be quarter number 3. And that's what we just went through with quarter number 3. The Q3 report was which started in July. Okay, it starts in July. So you go all of July, you got August, and then you got September. Now, at the end of September, okay, at the end of September, which is right here, right, 9:30, they're gonna start doing their report. And the 3rd quarter is the one to watch, family, because look at what happens after the 3rd quarter, which ends on September 30th. So October, in the first week of October, the 7 days, look what happened. The stock starts to go up. But the impact of this September 30th quarter, that's when they don't report that until here. Then they report to you what has happened the first week. They start reporting. By the 21st of that month, look at where you are, family. Look at where you are. That's when the final report comes out on the 21st of the month after the quarter. And from the 2nd week, from the 2nd week of the month after the quarter to the 3rd week of the month after the quarter, which is going to be it's going to be right over here, okay? You're going to see the biggest growth from here to here. Look at these, and I put a line here. I wanted you to see that. This is the pattern that's going to repeat from this month, from this quarter, from the third quarter of this year, 2021. We're going to do the last quarter of 2021 that's coming up now. It's going to end in December, which we haven't really gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there yet, family. December hasn't come yet. And you see, again, it goes up right here, $1,200 a share as of November, because now you're really deep into after the third quarter is already reported, and the ramifications of what Tesla is getting ready to do year over year. When they look at it, it scares them. It shocks them. Everything they've heard shocked them to the point when you see the stock shoot straight up parabolic. Okay, this is the beginning, family, of the new wave that they're finally starting to get it. That Tesla is unstoppable. It has an unassailable lead that nobody can catch them. And the accumulative data of quarter over quarter over quarter is now starting to have its impact. And at the same time, cryptocurrency is also growing. But I want you to look at this pattern. And this is the month after the quarter, October, okay? Because you got July, August, and September. That's third quarter. They don't start reporting until October. But October also begins the next quarter. So you got October, November, December. And then so with the next thing we're looking at, family, we're over here now. The stock has gone down to $1,000 because Elon decided he has to sell stocks because he's required to by law. Otherwise, he'll lose his options with the company. So he has to take advantage and pay the taxes on this. So he has to sell a whole bunch of millions of shares of stocks. So that's caused the price of the stock to go down, which is a good thing because that gives us a chance to get in on it. All right. So I'm just showing you this pattern here because I want you to see this pattern. You're going to get the quarter, then you're going to get the month after the quarter, you're going to get the explosion. So here now we've already started the next quarter and we've already done from October. We're doing November now and we still got to do December. So the next time you're going to see the stock explode is going to be January. Because when Tesla does the reporting for the last quarter of the year, it's going to be groundbreaking, skull splitting. This is something that Tesla has never done before. It's reached a new high of execution, what they said they were going to do, and they're doing it. And they got 2 more factories coming online, family. For sure, Texas is going to come online. They're going to hold them up in Germany, but it's not going to stop anything because they're pumping cars into Europe through China. So it's not stopping Tesla at all. It's costing the consumers in Europe, it's costing them more money because now they have to import the cars because their German regulators are dragging their feet and they're being held back. But that's all right. It's going to cost them more money. It doesn't hurt Tesla at all because we have a demand problem as it is. Tesla cannot make the cars fast enough. So it's no skin off our business. It's only hurting the consumers. And that's Germany hurting German people. That's their problem. That's their loss. And the sooner they get these Teslas out there and stop burning all this gas, and now their gas is going through the roof because OPEC has just decided to play games with inflation and jacked up the vulture capitalists in Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, and all these other ones all over the world are playing games. They're playing catch up because they lost a lot of money during the COVID. For the last year and a half, they lost billions and billions of dollars. So they're trying to get that back. That too is that's gonna cause a debt spiral and people are gonna run even faster away from the gas powered cars. So they're shooting themselves in the foot. No skin off our nose, but I just want you to know what's going on. Don't panic. Get your money, start saving your money on a monthly basis. Put 25% of your income that you make monthly into this Tesla stock, and whatever you can afford with Tesla, get on that Voyager, get on that, get on these websites that I'm going to have listed and linked with this video, so you can go in there and set these things up. A couple of them, Voyager is only an app that works on your cell phone. Okay, so you're going to have to use that there. Okay. But I wanted to show you this monumental growth pattern that Tesla does every, particularly third and fourth quarter. The first 2 quarters can be a little draggy because people tend not to buy because Christmas just passed and it's winter. People are not out and about as much. So the first 6 months of every year, pretty much Tesla, I think this year 2022 is going to be a groundbreaking year. With 2022, January, February, March of 2023, which is going to be the next coming year, you're going to see a change now. Normally, the first 2 quarters are kind of dead. I think we're going to see a change this time, and that's going to make the stock explode again. You're going to see this straight parabolic thing that you see right here with these 2 arrows here. You're seeing this same kind of situation here. You're going to see this parabolic growth. Okay, family, let's move on. Let me give you another. Okay, family, I'm going to cut it short here. I'm going to end this as part 3. I'm going to end this for you for now, and we're going to pick it right up on part 4. Sorry, this went a little long. Again, this is November 20th, and this is another episode of Bantu Tesla's Tech and Wealth Building. Take care.